All right, man. Torture Talk. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. All right, man. Good morning. Good morning. So, last night was a pretty interesting night. Drake dropped something. Right after Joey Badass dropped something the other day. Actually, day 4 yesterday. And yeah, man. So we're going to talk about something that's been on my mind when it comes to Drake. And has he gotten old? And what I mean by that is when Kendrick said, old ass flows trying to convince me that you're their favorite, I don't think he was talking about Drake, but Drake just ain't hitting like he was before. And a lot of people are starting to admit this. But before I get into that, let me get my spiel. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work on your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description, Pat. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to almost 14,000 subscribers. And yes, the 15,000 subscriber will win $200. So just put, when you become the 15,000 subscriber, when I have my pop out party, you know what I'm saying, for being a 15,000 subscriber, I'm going to do a live and I'm going to give away the money. Also, too, I am the king of the north. So you know what it is. Let me know what kingdom you from. All right, so let's get it, man. Good morning to y'all, man. Saturday morning, good morning, good morning. And I hate to say the days because I might not drop this on a Saturday one day and then it'd be Saturday morning, but that's how you know I'm working. All right, man, so let's get it. All right, so let's get it, man. Let's get it. Oh, after hours. Make sure you go subscribe to that. 1,000 subscriber will win $100. So, all right, let's get it.
I have a problem with y'all and Drake. So Drake just dropped this new Fight in Irish freestyle, produced by Conductor Williams. To me, this is run-of-the-mill Drake, right? So you watch my channel, you know I've never been a fan of Drake. A lot of y'all used to be fans of Drake, but now you're not, or you're pretending you're not because that's the public opinion right now. You're
All right, so he's absolutely right about this. A lot of y'all are fake Drake fans. And a lot of y'all are fake non-Drake fans. But I'm going to let him talk some more. And I'm going to give my perspective of why I believe Drake is just not hitting no more, because let's just keep it going. I got some things to say.
You're with public favor because of what happened in the Kendrick beef. You watch my channel, I never really liked Drake's music like that. Drake, I can point out the songs that I like. I can point out the albums that I like. There's maybe like 2 or 3. You know, I like Take Care. I like If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. I like some parts of Scorpion. The singles on Views, but large in part, never really liked his music. So now we have people, they're saying, yo, I don't like this Drake song. And my question is why? Isn't this song Drake's usual script? So my thing is this, if you love Diplomatic Community, that song, if you loved 8 a.m. or the whole in Charlotte and all those timestamp records where Drake is rapping exactly like this, what is your issue now with this song? See,
So I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm going to tell you why. People's issue is Kendrick has advanced the game. That's what happened. Drake is, although he still has lyrics, although he still has a good flow, he's old news. He's not old, but he's old news. He's not exciting. He's not fresh anymore. People got to realize something, right? In fact, I'm going to let him speak, then I'm going to say what I got to say.
The issue isn't with the people who is already not liking Drake, like me. Really wasn't a big fan of his music, and now they're still not a fan. And my issue isn't even with the people who previously liked Drake music, but still likes it. My issue is with the people who liked it before. If you liked Drake's music before, how do you not like this song? See, me, when this song Diplomatic and
The reason why, here's one of the biggest reasons why. Drake fans, even people who like Drake, even just casual fans, when you hear Euphoria, right? I ain't even gonna go, I'm gonna start like that. When you hear like that, then you hear Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grams, Not Like Us, Watch the Party Die, G and X. When you hear those albums or those songs, that's a whole experience within a year. Drake doesn't give that feel. He doesn't. This is the reason why people are starting to feel like he's old news because they listening to him like, well, I heard this 1,000 times. This is good, but Kendrick Lamar like that doesn't sound like Euphoria. Euphoria doesn't sound like 616. 616 doesn't sound like Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams doesn't sound like Not Like Us. Not Like Us doesn't sound like Watch the Party Die. Watch the Party Die doesn't sound like GNX. He gave out experiences. He gave out different types of energy. This energy here is low energy. And this is the reason why people don't like this, even though people are fans of his other work like this. People are going to probably start going back and saying that the other songs wasn't that great either.
by Drake came out, to me, this song is just like the Fighting Irish. Obviously, the context and the content is different, but it's like Drake reading from a paper, like someone's forcing him to rap. It's not energized, it's not inspiring. He just sounds very bored in the booth. I said it back then. This Fighting Irish song is just like that. So my thing is, I would never like a song like this from Drake. I just find it boring. The timestamp records, y'all can pretend y'all don't like the timestamp records now, but a year ago, you wasn't talking this same talk. I'm speaking for the people.
That's 100% facts. A year ago, a lot of y'all was saying, well, why timestamp Drake don't come back? He should have used a timestamp Drake. But Kendrick covered that in 616. He eliminated that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, the reason why people feel the way they feel about Drake right now is because Kendrick put out so much material and gave people different experiences. And Drake can't keep up. He can't. He can't. And I'll explain to y'all why I believe he can't keep up.
People who've been talking this talk. So if you like the timestamp records, you like the diplomatic immunity, this is in that same vein. My issue is really with the people who are switching their opinions on Drake's music because it's convenient to do so. Because the general consensus is F Drake, right? I said this new Drake song sounds like Diplomatic Immunity, which y'all loved. I said it sounded boring and uninspired, like someone got a gun to his head and is forcing him to rap. That's facts. But now suddenly y'all understand what I was saying. If you love Diplomatic Immunity, but you're pretending to not like this new Drake song, there's an 80% chance you're a people-pleasing meat writer. Facts. And that's facts. I mean, that's just being completely honest. I said what's weird is to see former Drake fans saying they can't listen to his music the same anymore. Why? Why can't you listen to his music the same anymore?
Well, one of the reasons why they can't listen to his music the same anymore because a lot of people like winners. And I'm just going to be honest. Some of y'all are bandwagon jumpers. I used to be a bandwagon jumper when it came to football. I ain't going to even lie to y'all, right? I only like the winning teams. I'm not a football head. So my cousin is a big 49ers fan, right? And I don't even know I just knew Jay Rice and Joe Montana at the time, Jay Rice and Steve Young. I used to be like, yeah, 49ers. And I wasn't really a football fan. And then they didn't win or whatever didn't happen. And went to the Patriots. So yeah, Tom Brady. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, I was a big when it came to sports, not sports, because boxing is my shit. I know a lot about boxing. Like, I'm not gonna say I should be a boxing analyst, but I know a lot about boxing. Like, I'm a big boxing fan. From old to the new. But I see what he's saying here, though. He's saying like a lot of y'all are fake Drake fans because you like this, but now all of a sudden this music don't hit no more because, and my answer to him is because people like winners, man. They like Kendrick right now because he's the winner, and Drake looks soft. You know what I mean? He does.
It's because of the Kendrick beef. Now I know people are going to say, people say, oh, it's because Drake's music, he has so much and in this new song, he has so much self-pity and there's a victim mentality and he's making these threats. Isn't that in all of other Drake's music in the past? So why did you not have an issue then? See, I'm irritated because I've been saying this stuff. And it wasn't convenient at the time to say it. Now everyone wants to say it and I'm fine with that. But my thing is, if you was a fan of the music before, I have an issue with you saying this now. Because the same music you was championing before is the same music you're now critiquing. As if there's a huge difference. Like Drake, the Fighting Irish.
Well, it's not a huge difference, but people are more enlightened. That's why they're critiquing it now. Now, I'm not saying that everybody that's critiquing it isn't a bandwagon jumper because most of them probably are, but they were enlightened. That's just what it is. Kendrick opened their eyes, and now they looking at his songs like this different because maybe them songs to them was fire because nobody called him out on it or nobody put him on his back foot. You know what I'm saying? Now Kendrick kind of, opened people's eyes. And this is the reason why people feel the way they feel about it. That's just what it is.
The No Face, this is like the same redundant music Drake has been doing. Someone else said, Drake been giving y'all the same song 30 times in a row for the past 8 years. So now y'all don't like the timestamp flow. Is that what y'all saying? Y'all don't like the timestamp flow no more? Y'all don't like the 9 a.m. in Dallas and 2 a.m. and wherever the heck be at. Y'all don't like that? Y'all don't like that no more? Drake been
Yeah, they probably don't like it no more because they've been bombarded with so much different things that Kendrick has done. Now, I'm telling you, the standard is not like us. If you ain't passing that, then just don't say nothing. And a lot of rappers got to understand that. The standard is not like us. If you can't get past that, I still have not heard a rap song so far that came out after that better than that. I haven't heard not one rap song that came out after Not Like Us that's better than Not Like Us. I would even go as far as it's better than any of the songs that Kendrick dropped. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it is, man. That's what I believe. That's exactly what I believe.
making that same reflective mafioso is only at the top song for 8 years now. But I thought y'all like that. Now again, if you've been consistent the past couple years with this and you've been saying this, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the people who liked it before but are now pretending like there's something wrong with it now. Because we've been saying this. I know it's coming off as straight hate, but Drake
I had to fucking sneeze. I tried to pause it. I tried to pause it. So y'all gonna see a clip like, bruh. I'm trying to reach the pause button quick as shit. Like, I gotta stick. Oh man, that was funny. But nah, he right, man. He right. He right. He's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? He will need the people. People are saying they don't like the timestamp records now, and it was a million of these before. But again, I tell you, man, because they've been bombarded with So much different material.
Had that same flow for years now. Simple bars once again didn't address any elephants in the room, and they're calling out a freestyle, knowing dang well that's what's he's looking at what's written down.
Well, I mean, to be fair, a freestyle is people do pull out papers and they freestyle because it's just basically free writing. It's not off the top. Drake doesn't rap off the top. Kendrick does. Kendrick does. And not to shit on Drake. I'm just saying Kendrick raps off the top. But I never seen Drake rap off the top. I don't think I'm not gonna sit here and say he can't because he's been rapping for so long. I'm sure he can come up with something off the top of his head. But yeah, he's probably is reading off of paper. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, if he wrote it and somebody threw a beat on, I mean, let me just spit something real quick. So that's what that could be. I mean, people call it a freestyle, but did he call it a freestyle? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
In 2010 or 11, when Drake was freestyling off his BlackBerry on Hot 97, and people was clowning him because it's like, one, this is not a freestyle, and you're reading off your BlackBerry. I just want to make sure that people who was defending it back then or was saying, oh, it's not a big deal, I have an issue now with you coming online saying something like this. Again, I don't know if this guy was one of those guys, but I'm trying to speak directly to that audience. I say, personally, I always found Drake's rapping, his music, underwhelming. And this timestamp, because really this the Fighting Irish, it could have been a timestamp record. I found this timestamp style of rap that Drake does specifically boring. Now, apparently everyone else...
Yeah, I don't know about that. I disagree with that. Nah, his timestamp joints go hard. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but boring? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. yeah. Yeah, them timestamp joints is crazy. He actually should just drop a whole album with timestamp joints on it. Because the thing about the timestamp joints that I think is it defines his rapping ability to the point where it's like that's his rap. That's the rapping side of Drake. The timestamp Drake. And then I don't think that's he. I don't think he made that name. I think Joe Buttons actually gave him that name, or somebody gave him that name. But I think it was more like Joe Buttons because Joe Buttons was saying timestamp Drake. So I don't know, or somebody just saying. But that's basically a whole. It's a whole different. It's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, timestamp Drake. I like those songs. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. Like, it's a couple of joints that I think Drake got is like, to me, is like super fire. One of the greatest verses ever wrote, or I'm not gonna say wrote, but he ever spit was Aston Martin music to me. That verse is super nuts. And then Duppy Freestyle was crazy too. That was crazy. He had a couple of joints that I think was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was pretty good.
Now finds it boring, right? Everyone else is tired of it. When we know a year ago that's not what y'all was talking. But if you're someone who previously loved this style from Drake, but now saying you don't like this, it's giving I want to be liked. I'm scared to have an opposing opinion. I want to be in the trend of the general consensus. And that's the part I have an issue with. Again, this video is not for the people who's been saying this about Drake. And this video isn't even for people who still like Drake's music. This video is for the flippers. Because the same critiques that you're making about this Fighting Irish record, we've been making those. We've been trying to tell you. So in my opinion, the only reason why the opinion is flipping is because it's publicly convenient to do so. Like, no one's going to give you pushback. When I was saying the timestamp record is boring and diplomatic immunity, yeah, got some bars, but it's boring. He sounds uninspired. There was pushback back then. There was pushback. It was like 50-50 pushback. You'll have people that agree and disagree. Now it's like if you say it's boring, like no one's really going to come to Drake's aid like that. I just hate the people who have no backbone. That's really why I'm irritated. You could probably.
I mean, I can agree with that. I mean, to a certain extent, there are people who still defend Drake, but there's also people out there who who really genuinely changed their mind on Drake after the battle. I mean, for some people, they don't necessarily have to stay in that same pocket, but I get what he's saying. But what I would say is, I would watch them to see what happens when it come down to it after, you know what I'm saying, if Drake comes out with something and he becomes, let's say, number one again, then I would watch them people. Then I would say something to them.
I'm irritated. I take the people who have no backbone, man. Now, personally, with this Fighting Irish record, I thought it was, to me, I don't understand. My main confusion comes from people who were former Drake fans who are saying they don't like this. Because it sounds like all his other records, not all of them, but it sounds like it tracks with his other records. So I don't get it. So to me, you actually, what do I think of this record? I think the rhyme scheme was cool, but this is never something I'm ever going to listen to. Neither is 9 a.m. in Dallas, 4 p.m. in Calabasas, 8 a.m. in Charlotte, 2 p.m. in Nova Scotia, none of that stuff. 11 p.m. in Ireland.
So, all right, so this is what I'm going to say about that, right? The timestamp records are Drake. That's Drake when he was home in his bed at night wanting to be a rapper. That's Drake. The timestamp records is who he is as a rapper. That's it. All the other stuff that he does is something different, but that's him. Because when you go, timestamp record Drake is So Far Gone Drake, comeback season Drake. That's him. That's what I look at when I hear timestamp Drake. You know what I'm saying? And to me, those him being So Far Gone Drake and comeback season Drake, that's when he was rapping. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he had ghostwriters back then. I don't believe so. But that's when he was rapping. And I think Drake, I mean, in fact, I'm going to speak on, let me just let him finish and then I'm going to speak on how I feel, what I think was happening.
I never listened to any of that. 30 for 30 freestyle, I find it all boring. I find it all uninspiring. Y'all used to find it introspective, but now you find it not introspective, I guess. So I think y'all get what I'm saying. What did y'all think of the Fighting Irish, this song? What did y'all think? Someone explain this to me. The flippers. If you a flipper, let me know. And I know people are gonna say, oh, it's because of now we know that Drake is on some weird stuff. I saw a tweet. Let me see. Yeah, I saw this tweet. I saw this post. I don't know, man. On one hand, he's rapping, but is it me or does these Drake bars just land different after the lawsuit petitions for defamation? Threatening dudes just don't hit the same. So the music is one thing, right? But I know people are gonna say, I know the common response. Well, this was before we knew Drake was a weirdo and he's a. Let me remind you.
Well, I mean, you kind of got to give it to him. I mean, what can you really say? I mean, if a person says, I used to like them, and once I found out they was doing some nefarious things, I stopped liking them. Then somebody said that in the song. I believe it was somebody who said that in the song. I think it was somebody that said that in the song. Somebody said it in the song, or somebody said it. I don't know if it was Kendrick, but somebody said, or Drake, but somebody said, I like you, but once I find out what you're doing, like, then, I mean, should I still like you? Like, something like that. It was something. I can't remember exactly who said it.
You don't know any of these people. You don't know Kendrick. You don't know Drake. They don't know you. So to say that something changed after the rap beef, it's a rap beef. People are going to say anything. People are going to say stuff. That's true. But at the end of the day, you don't know these people. I could see if you had a personal experience with someone and it just completely put distaste on you and you're just like, I can't even look at this dude, much less listen to him. That's one thing. But you don't know these people.
No, I don't. I disagree with that. The last part, I disagree with that. I don't think that you don't necessarily have to know somebody to make an opinion and not like them if after you heard something. People do their minds do get swayed and their minds do change when somebody says something about them. And if they feel as though that it's borderline true, yeah. So like if people say, well, you were messing with young girls or you were hanging around young girls, I mean, what can you say? But I don't know. I don't really try to police how I think people should feel about stuff. That's just me. But yeah, man. That was a great video, by the way. But yeah, shout out to him, man. The Malcolm X glasses. I got those same glasses. You know what I'm saying? Where they at? On the table. I wish I could see my table. I got so many glasses on my table. But nah, they not on my table right now. They upstairs on my other table. But yeah, here's the thing. A lot of people really feel like Kendrick Lamar has put Drake in a space where he can't really recover. And let's be honest, Drake sounds like he bitching. You know what I'm saying? He sound like he Drake. He sound like Drake. You know what I'm saying? He sound like he's just whining. Like, oh, like I can't believe that everybody likes him now and they don't like me anymore. I did everything for you guys, and I can't believe that they love him now. And it's like he's like a magician, and everybody loves magicians. I don't understand. It's like, dog, just rap. Drake would be fine if Drake was just do music. If he would have just came out and said, "You got me, Kendrick, and let's get back to doing these hits," or "We're gonna both battle for the top. Let's see who wins." But Drake took it personal, even though Kendrick took it personal too. But Drake took it personal because he said it in the song. This was personal. It wasn't business. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think people feel this way because Kendrick has said some things that Kendrick and somebody said this, and I said I don't know if Kendrick is a master manipulator too, but when it comes to Drake, Kendrick had definitely, I will admit, he definitely planted seeds in people's head about Drake, and that's battling 101 though. You just gotta accept that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that he planted things in their head that they wasn't thinking already. He was probably thinking that he just awoke in it. Like, oh, wait, what? I just thought about that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But there's a lot going on right now, man. And I'm starting to notice that slowly but surely a culture war is coming between black people, actually. And black people who are mixed and black people who have a, I ain't gonna say pure, but who have a black mother and a black father. That war is coming. Like, because I'm starting to see, I remember when people used to say black blood, if you got an ounce or drop of black blood in you, you are black. But that comes from slavery. There's slave masters used to say that. Like, that baby's black. Because they wives used to sleep with the slaves and they'll have babies, or the slave masters sleep with the slaves and they'll have babies. And they'll say that baby's black because they got a drop of black blood in it. And we already know that that's been passed down. But now people are starting to say, no, that's not the case. Just because you got black blood in you doesn't make you black. It makes you mixed. So, but that's another story for another day. Either way, man, thank y'all for joining me, man. This is Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go have some fun. I had a cheesesteak last night. I gotta stop eating like that. I'm not fat, but I ain't gonna be eating like that no more. I'm dedicating myself to eating healthy from here on out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in. It's crazy. I got a gym membership and I'm in shape, but I haven't been to the gym. So I've been playing around, like getting up late, stuff like. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all this, but I don't know. I got no life. Nah, I'm joking. But thank y'all for joining me, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, man. See y'all. Crazy.